Hello and welcome to this video tutorial where I'm going to show you how to use the automatic player tracking functions in CoachPaint 9.1. This new feature uses artificial intelligence and machine learning to help you saving time when using CoachPaint. So I have imported already two clips here, and the first thing that I need to do is to calibrate both of them in order to have the best possible output. So I need to drag and drop these points to the related point on the footage. That's one. And this is the second clip. There you go. Okay, once I calibrated both clips, I can then right click and then select track player to start the automatic tracker calculation. So the model will now try and track all players in the clip for the whole length of this clip. Perfect, so now the calculation is finished and I can place tools I want to on the players that I want to place them on. So if I select the tool first and then this link button, I can see that various players come up as available in my screen. So in this case, I want to show the midfield four and the two strikers, highlighting the area that they cover together. So as you can see, if I click play, the cursors are following those players automatically without me needing to move and manually keyframe each individual cursor. However, sometimes some discrepancies can happen. Like in this case, as you can see here, the cursor moved from the right striker to the opponent, as you can see there. Because what happens is the striker went very close to the other player, creating confusion to the model, which made them two players to swap. So in order to correct the paths in these instances, there is this swap shape button. So in this instance, as soon as that swap happens, I can select one path, and then I can basically tell the software, okay, swap this path with this one. And as I can see here, now the cursor is following the striker. Okay, it's very important that anytime we use any of these buttons, this is the path shaping, this is swapping path, and this is the join paths. It's very important that once we have done anything like what we've done now, we save it, and then we can go and review it. So as we can see here, the cursor is actually being swapped correctly. However, there is a moment here where, again, is not precise. So as you can see here, the cursor is here, but the player is not on top of it. So we can use this path shaping tool, and then we can select the path they want to shape, which is, again, this is the path of this striker here, and we can just move the cursor and basically adjusting the paths that was initially calculated by the tracker. So again, I can then save it and then rewind it to see the final output. So you can see that now this cursor stays with this player, and we've seen that the same swap happened also for this center mid. So I can just go back. I'm going to do this a bit quicker. As soon as that swap happens, swap paths 1 and 2, save, and that's it. And you can see that now from the beginning, so from here to the beginning of the clip, all the players are tracked and they are fairly accurate. So then once I'm happy with it, I can just set the out frame and I added again this. I use the swap paths button to swap two paths when again there is the error, and the edit the path shaping tool, which allows me to actually edit the path that has been automatically detected by the tracker. We have another tool which I'm going to show in this different clip here, which is the join paths tool. So again, another, in this instance, I'm just going to go forward. I want to track 3 players. These 3 players, and again, they're linked to each other with each other. What happens is once there is that switch, this player here on the right runs across, meeting the referee, which means that basically, as you can see here, the tracker has lost him for a period of time, and then probably he'll pick it up again later on, but he loses it in this instance. So what I can do is click on this join path, and as you can see here, I can select the last moment where the player was basically lost. Then I can scroll forward, and then here you go. Here is picked up again. And as you can see, what the software has done has been joining these 2 points into one single path. So again, save, deselect the tool, and I can look at the outcome. As you can see, it's not particularly precise because there is a moment here where the player is actually ahead of the cursor and not on top of it. So again, I can use this path shaping tool to do exactly the same thing. So in this instance, drag and drop, select the path, and then drag and drop the cursor underneath the player, so it just stays on. Once I'm happy with my output, I can again deselect and then save. And then at the end of the period, I can just select the out point. Finally, I can have an instance where I, as a user, want to automatically track one player or 2 or more than one, but then I want to manually keyframe another player in the same sequence. So I can definitely do this. So I'm using these 2 players as an example with these 2 midfielders. I'm going to place first cursor on this player, and then the second cursor just next to this other player, which I don't want to track automatically, but just manually. So as I play the clip, as you can see, one player will be automatically tracked, and the other one I can manually move the cursor so it's tracked manually. If I'm not basically happy with the output of the tracker, I can always track this other player manually, basically. And then once I've finished, I can select the endpoint, save the clip, rewind it, and then look at the final product of my illustration. So I'll have these 3 players and these 2 that will be tracked. Just a final note on this path shaping tool over here. So as you can see, if I select it and then I select the path that I want to edit, I have different options here. If I click on this icon, I have different type of curves. So if I choose the first one, the type of edits will create, these edits will create like a sharp, very sharp spike within the path. The second one, it will be a bit smoother, whereas the third one, it will be the kind of smoothest type of edit that I can do with this tool. So depending on the magnitude of change that you wanna do in the path, you can choose this one of these 3 options, either a big spike, a medium spike, or a smooth curve in the path. So that's all for the automatic player tracking feature and the related tools. I hope you find this tutorial interesting. Thank you.